All right, everybody ready? Anyone else waiting on?
I'm waiting on 4 more people.
Okay, all right.
I got a buck of 16.
Nice, sounds good. Welcome everybody to Tarot Academy. Every Wednesday night here at Buddha Belly Records at Sayville. Tonight we'll be discussing High Magic and the Tarot Virgo Season Part 2. Tarot key number 1, the Magician. So let's dive right in. Does anyone know how the Magician connects to Virgo season? Anything show you that? Does anything stick out that says, wow, Virgo?
The only thing I'm thinking of is like Virgo's an earth sign, so I see a lot of plantation on the bottom. So I would just say there's earth, like elements to it.
Okay.
The wooden table.
Wooden table?
Wooden table, yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
But the wands are usually the one he has in his hand.
Yeah, so believe it or not, this is actually not a wand, really. This, because the Magician's table's here, so this is actually his wand, his sword, his pentacle, and his cup. So this is almost like his willpower, you know, or almost like his way where he directs the consciousness from above. So this is like his connection to the above. So his ability to focus or to concentrate, because he's really concentrating the energy from above down below. But let's recap Virgo season, what Virgo represents. So we'll just go to that real quick and then we'll go back to that one. So Virgo sign is it's an analytical perfectionist. Dates from August 23rd to September 22nd. It's an earth sign, we mentioned before, and it's mutable. So remember before we said there's fixed signs in the zodiac, there's cardinal signs in the zodiac, and then there's mutable signs. Mutable means these signs are adaptable. They could change, you know, they can mend their ways of thought and how they approach things. So how it connects is because the ruling planet is Mercury, and the Magician is Mercury. That's what planet connects to the Magician. So that's how.
Oh, because the Magician is supposed to also be like the, what is that called where you turn like the gold into...
Alchemist?
Yeah, alchemist and magician are kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, some would say that.
So I was just thinking Mercury has to do with chemicals, right? So like that ties in with alchemy.
Okay. Yeah. Alchemically, Mercury is within alchemy. There's Mercury, but Mercury is also a planet, and Mercury also within astrology, you know, connects to like intellect and communication, right? You ever hear Mercury's going retrograde, right? Everyone always think it's like the most common thing people say. Oh my God, everything's all because of Mercury. But
it was really just in retrograde a little while ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just really affects communication. House-wise, we were talking about natal trust before. It's the 6th house. Okay. Key phrase: I analyze. So Virgo is about analyzing, and key word is practicality. They're practical. So during this season, with Magic and with tarot cards, you could use, you know, the Hermit, which connects to Virgo, to analyze more things or to gain, you know, better insight and to gain practicality. So they could help you to utilize different parts that maybe you don't have during the season. That's how you use it with High Magic.
Is it considered like masculine, a masculine sign?
Virgo?
Yeah.
A virgin?
In the main.
No, it's a virgin. So Virgo is definitely female.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Virgo means in Latin means virgin.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of stuff is based off like Roman Empire, the Greek Empire. So a lot of words we use, you know, the days all stem from the Roman Empire, and there's a lot of words you'll like Monday is really the moon day because in Spanish is lunes, luna, the moon.
That's weird that they when they could say that virgin is like a female thing though, because I mean men can be virgins too.
Yeah.
But there's no like way to tell, I suppose, if a man's a virgin.
I think people know. I think you can
They have
tell.
a certain swagger.
I think, yeah.
I think she meant like...
No, but biologically, physically,
Right,
there's no
physically,
test.
yeah.
You're right. There's no test. You had a question back there?
Yeah. So it's a ruling planet Mercury, and then Mercury was affiliated with both Hermes.
Yeah, the Greek version is Hermes.
Yeah.
What's Hermes and Mercury? They're gods of what? Of
Magic.
communication. They communicate with the gods and men. That's why hence Mercury's all about communicating, because Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, right? And it goes around the sun the quickest.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
It's all astronomy,
there.
also astrology.
It's all there.
It's all there in the stars. Okay, so let's go to Virgo's strengths and challenges. So whoever didn't make it last time, strengths: they're highly analytical, detail-oriented, practical and reliable, excellent problem solving, adaptable and flexible because they're a mutable sign, a strong sense of responsibility and service. Virgos are great at service. Challenges: they can be overly critical of themselves and others. Sometimes you shouldn't overanalyze stuff. We all do it all the time.
So funny, like the few, sorry,
It's okay.
the few like people that I know who are like hardcore Virgos, it's just them. Like like just like reading this, I'm like, this is my friend to the T, like to the T. Like,
That's
so-
why over the temple at Delphi, Apollo has said, "Know thyself," because the only way you're truly gonna be in balance with yourself and nature and other people is by you have to know yourself. You have to study this stuff. You have to know your sign, know your strengths, know your weaknesses.
Yeah.
So so you don't get caught in the subconscious patterns of overanalyzing things. Like if you want to wear the red shirt, wear the red shirt. If you want to eat this, just eat it.
Right.
Just kind of stick with your first intuition, what it tells you. Most of the time, that's like the right answer. They could basically may struggle with perfectionism and anxiety. So a lot of Virgos know they have high anxiety. They might do different things so that they could take that anxiety down. But sometimes you can't be too far over on one side. We would learn to be in the middle way, be balanced. Sometimes overly focused on the small details, missing the bigger picture. Can be reluctant to express their emotions openly. So this is just so we have a background on Virgo. So now the topic today is magician, right? So before that, I just want to start with this. It's like a little meditation, you could say. This is what's gonna connect you. So if you ever have the magician card, you want to do a meditation, you want to connect to the true power of the magician. This is something from the pattern on the trestle board we use. I know last class or the first class, Renee gave us that piece of paper. So I'll read it, and this is what connects to this card and the first sphere on the tree of life. It says, "I'm a center of expression for the primal will to good, which eternally creates and sustains the universe." A lot packed in there, but that is what this card represents. You are that middle part that connects to the eternal power that sustains and creates the universe, and you're able to bring it here. We're all magicians. That is the secret. We're all magicians. It's just understanding that and learning that and knowing how to activate those powers. So how does a magician connect to Virgo? Does anyone know? Not a trick question. I did give the answer in the second slide. But so how it connects is Mercury rules Virgo. So every zodiac sign has a ruler. Does anyone know what sign rules Aquarius? Okay. And originally it was actually Saturn ruled
Oh, that's right, Saturn.
Aquarius and Uranus, but
Yeah.
they didn't know it was there. So when they started, all right, we'll just stick it with Aquarius. That's why Aquarius is very eccentric, because we originally were ruled by Saturn, which is what's Saturn? Structure. Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn. Structure, discipline. And then they put Uranus as another planet that rules Aquarius. And Uranus is eccentric. It's actually the higher octave of Mercury. It's out there. Uranus is out there. It's like, that's why Aquarius can be very eccentric.
Yeah.
All right? You see the store number.
Oh,
Any questions on how magician connects to Virgo?
So it's just basically the planet to the card, and Mercury being the magician, and the red Mercury and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, it's how this card connects to Mercury, and Mercury rules Virgo.
Right.
That's how. Basically, with all the classes, I'll start with Leo season, right? So we have the lion. What rules the lion? What rules Leo? What planet? The sun. That's why you would go into the Sun card.
Gotcha.
This is to show you to understand, so you could really, when you're doing readings, you could really understand how the cards connect to it. If you know what rules it, then you can know how to do a reading.
Right.
So if you know if you know what the Sun represents, if you know what Mercury represents, and someone gets the Virgo card, which is a Hermit, you know that Mercury's back there somewhere because Mercury's the one that rules that planet.
Gotcha.
So it's just to really help you to get a more. This is a way to do a more detailed reading.
Right.
With understanding the actual energies based on real planets that are floating in the universe.
Right.
That actually.
Just making it up.
Yeah. That actually control it.
Great question. Why is he pointing straight towards the wall?
Why is he what? Pointing. Is he?
It's like he's got his hand up, like as above, and then he's pointing down,
She's like this, right?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, he's the channel, so he could like channel the energy from above down to the earth.
Right.
I am a center of expression for the primal will to good, which eternally creates and sustains the universe. It's trying to tell you that you are that expression. You are.
The channel.
You're the one. You're the one that channels it. We are the cross. We're.
Oh, so like that would be him channeling all the energy and making all the life and flowers and everything in front of him.
Yeah, he's basically the magician. The magician is someone that understands what he is and what he's capable of doing, and how he can use the magician tools, right, to affect change. But it always has to be guided from above, and also that you have the infinity sign there. So it's an infinite power that goes through all of us. Always it's what keeps you up all night, waking you up, keeps your heart pumping. It's just always there. So it's learning how to channel that energy. And the roses represent your desires, and the lilies represent like your intellect, your sense knowledge. So you basically, this card is about concentration. A magician is someone that could concentrate, and we're all magicians because I don't know about you, but has anyone ever not concentrated on being worrisome? Have we always it's so easy for us to worry about stuff, right? We worry about bills, family, the dogs, the pet, whatever. It's because we're magicians. We just learn to concentrate on that. You just got to switch what you concentrate on. So it goes based on what you desire. So it's really what you desire is what you concentrate on. So if you desire, spread love and light to the world, then you're going to concentrate on that. If if your desire is to spread music to the world, you're going to concentrate on that and open a record store. Intention, but intention is what you intend on doing, but I think it might be a little different from your desires, what you desire.
Yeah.
So what you desire to
where
be.
you focus and think about constantly.
So where your focus goes, your energy flows. So you could have different intention behind doing something, but you can have intention behind doing something that you don't desire, right? So it's really understanding that first you got to get your desires in order, and because sometimes we might think we want something, but our desires are showing us something else. This is what you're keep attracting to your life. That's why sometimes people pull cards and they keep getting the same card, or a card that connects to the same thing, because the cards will give you the answer. We try to force things, or we try to turn our head to what we really need to do. Right. Or we'll try to call friends. What do you think about this? To get them to maybe agree with that when it's like
find a like-minded person.
Yeah. Any questions on Magician card and how it connects to Virgo? Okay. And now Mercury. So this is Mercury right here. Okay. So this is the Roman god Mercury. And anyone know what this is right here?
Well, it's kind of like Caduceus.
Yeah, no, it is. Obviously, Caduceus is a rod, the two snakes and wings. The Caduceus is also the middle pillar in the Kabbalah tree of life. It is also your spine. And the two snakes are the Kundalini energy, rising up. So that's what Mercury, or the Caduceus connects to that. So in astrology, it represents communication, intellect, and expression. Governs thought processes, learning, and problem solving. Rules over logic, analysis, and mental agility. Associated with the zodiac signs Gemini, because Mercury also rules Gemini, and Virgo, influences adaptability, curiosity, attention to detail. Connected to travel, technology, and the transfer of information. That's why when Mercury's in retrograde,
Communication's off.
Communications off. They say not to travel. Don't plan traveling through that time.
The internet goes out usually, like all these things.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Was that when that word, the Microsoft thing happened?
Yeah, the
Probably.
What was it, Cloud Strike?
No.
Yeah,
Oh
Cloud
yeah, no,
Strike.
right.
Yeah,
No,
that
that was
happened a few
yeah.
months
I think when Microsoft something went down, it was during Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It just like ended, right? Or it's still
I think it was
could be
during-
in retrograde.
I think it just ended, but I think it happened during. Yeah, that was what.
I'm not sure
2
if it
weeks
was
ago, maybe?
during the retrograde.
No.
I
No,
know
it's
it
a few
happened. I'm
months.
not sure if it was during the
It was
retrograde.
like a month or
You could find
two.
out.
It was
Well,
right
so
around
it was-
the time Rosie had
Every
it.
retrograde is different.
And we do know it was definitely either before or after it. Right?
Oh, cool.
It could have been before.
Right.
Then it could have Mercury, because just because we say it starts, this doesn't. The energies are still sometimes subtly
Like
seeping in,
creeping
right?
up. Yeah.
They're not as
You don't know
powerful.
when it went.
So true. It sounds silly, but like every time Mercury is in retrograde, every time, even if I don't know it,
Mhm.
I'll have like a conflict with somebody, like over the phone or just
Wow.
like
Yeah.
you
Affects
just
communication,
It's
yeah.
always
Is
like
that, is that what
off.
happened with the last teacher dude?
Possibly. You know what? I honestly possibly.
Yeah,
It could have been in retrograde.
that's right around the time that
Yeah.
it happened.
There's a lot of factors. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
there's a lot,
factors, you
there's a
know,
lot.
that affect the world, ourselves,
Mhm.
personality, and our communication.
Yeah.
But Mercury retrograde is a big factor.
Yeah.
But I also believe that it's a big factor if you allow it to be.
Right.
You know, in life,
It was.
right? It was?
Yeah.
Was it really
Wow, okay.
during
Wow.
the previous guy? Yeah, of course
Mhm.
it was. Yeah. Interesting.
Mercury was in retrograde when that.
And when the,
Yep, cloud strike out.
yeah, when the cloud for, what was it, Microsoft?
Oh, with the cloud thing.
Yeah, which you said
Yeah.
internet technology,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that showed, hey, it affected it, really.
Yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, there
It
was no
did.
way to
Oh,
use
the
systems were down.
Oh,
Everybody
wow.
used
Everybody
everybody
used
used
So,
Wow.
isn't that crazy? It affects. Let's
You
go.
were one of
I gotta.
the-
Sorry, I gotta go to the next slide.
I'm just
'cause
saying.
The next slide.
It was,
It's
I was
interesting.
affected. Oh my god.
So
It's interesting.
I put the slide in there for that reason, but because it occurs when Mercury appears to move backward in the sky. So that's sort of what a retrograde means. That's what it's going backwards. So it's opposite of positive communication. That's how it affects stuff.
Mm.
Often associated with communication breakdown, delays, and misunderstandings.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of times where, you know, during retrograde, would have misunderstandings, maybe with communication, maybe texting someone, and it came out a different way, and then it's just like it throws everything off. It also affects travel, technology, and interpersonal communication, causing disruptions.
Yeah.
So that, like you said, it affected
Wow.
traveling, communications, because you need to communicate to travel.
Most
You need internet,
cities,
you need,
Yeah.
yeah, and then
And
Every-
business is all
Businesses.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banking, like people couldn't
No
access their
online
accounts.
services whatsoever.
and
Everything.
it's amazing how it's like, when you really think about it,
That's scary.
everything, like we're really, like, everything is in a delicate balance. If it went out for 2 months, imagine.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I don't even think about
Your
that.
phone is down for, but we need to think about it. You know why? Because we need, anyone that's spiritually minded, you need to be able to be ready for something to happen like that. Why? Because
And
you're
keep
meant to be
yourself
light
fresh.
workers and to help others around you.
Yeah.
Because all this stuff, learning a tarot, is just to fortify you to be a stronger magician. Because we're all magicians, we just focus on the wrong things half the time.
Yeah.
We focus on things that don't serve us or that aren't helping us to fill our cup up.
Yeah.
Because you can't help people with an empty cup. You have to have your cup overflowing to give other people stuff. So this stuff is good to learn and to know, so that when there's a storm, because there's always a storm in life, either going in a storm, either leaving a storm,
Mhm.
right? Or you're about to enter a storm, so or you're in it. So that's the way to
So
understand
what's
it.
up with the prescription symbol?
I saw that too, and I was like, that's not. Oh, medicine.
I looked it up. It comes from recipere, which means recipe.
Okay, elaborate on that.
And that's all I looked up.
Okay.
That's all I know. From the Latin word recipere, which means recipe. So basically, RX, like for prescriptions, that's like the recipe of the drug.
Mm. Okay.
Like the drug is a recipe, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I guess the prescription, right?
Sweet.
that is basically the recipe because you're telling people
Yes.
how to take it.
Prescribing stone, right? It's totally
Yeah,
prescribing it,
how
yeah.
to take it, what to do, like when to take it, that kind of stuff.
So directions, guidance, right?
Yeah.
So that's why when you're learning about Mercury retrograde, is knowing when to start things that involve heavy communication, when to travel, when not to travel. So that's why it's always recommended not to travel during Mercury's retrograde, not to, start new ventures, or to be very careful, with communication, because stuff could easily go sideways based on what's going on energetically with the
How
planets.
does it go backwards though?
I think it appears to go backwards. They say.
Oh.
So,
Like,
Like-
no, either, because I already answered.
the sun and December 25th, the sun basically stays at a certain point. So that's why the ancients thought it died, in December 25th to I believe the 27th. Then then it resurrected in the third day, because then
It drops for a second. And it goes
Yeah.
back.
and then it starts to come back up.
Mhm.
So that same thing, Mercury. So whatever it's at, wherever when they viewed it, when they looked at it, because if you look at the planets right now, the ones you could see, they're at different positions. So, but they change positions. They're not always in the same position because they rotate
Yeah.
around the sun,
Mhm.
right? The moon rotates around us, and some planets have moons around them.
Yeah.
So everything's just rotating around, and we're all rotating around the sun that's moving in the universe. That's expanding. Just we're just moving along, just traveling. So basically, I guess that there's a point where Mercury looks like it's not moving forward. It looks like it's moving backwards
Mhm.
during this period of time. That's why it's retrograde. Other signs retrograde too as well. Mercury's not the only sign that retrogrades.
Right.
But the
Oh.
prescription symbol, is that to do with this Mercury?
Honestly, I like this picture. Like I went on Google it, and I liked it. Like I just saw it there, and I'm like, yeah, that's the one. And it's for some reason
hilarious because
for some reason
you
it's-
always have a deeper meaning for everything except this.
no deeper meaning for that. It's just
It was just part of this design.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, another thing I will tell you with the glyph. If you notice this glyph of Mercury,
Uh-huh.
if you really have eyes to see, every different planetary sign, you could find different symbols within here.
Yeah,
So
like Taurus.
yeah, if we take this out, you got Taurus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Take this out. What do you got? What do you have now?
Doesn't that look like?
That's like
Female
I don't know.
symbol.
What rules Taurus? What's this sign?
Venus?
Venus. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
so
it's-
for female.
It's all
Okay.
it's all there. I know I don't have anything with the RX, but within this sigil here, you'll find other planetary signs interwoven within it. So it's understanding the symbols. It's all symbols.
Similar to the Hebrew letters, right? Where it's like there's always like the yod in them all and
Mhm.
they connect and stuff.
Yeah, everything there's different. There's different books that explain to you. So also it says encourages
Take this layer
reflection,
off, though, Dylan.
review and revisiting past issues or unresolved matters. So that's what you could do during Mercury's retrograde. Advises against starting new projects, signing contracts, or making major decisions during that season. Offers an opportunity for introspection, self-awareness, and healing from the past with the Mercury season. All right, now let's pull some cards.
Let's pull the card.
Who wants to go to the hot seat?
Oh, yeah.
You go to the hot seat? Do you want to use the big deck, or you have other cards out?
Oh, it's up to you.
Use the big deck.
Use that one.
I think we're missing
I
some
like
cards
to
in there.
because I
Yeah,
can't
there's
see
two
the
cards
small
back
one.
here from the big deck.
Oh shit. What are they?
Yeah, there's
Those
two
are the cards like they were
for
for
tonight.
today, really.
Need them? Should we put them in?
We get a lot of comments. How dare you remove 2 cards from the tarot? You're not doing it
Or you can look
correctly.
at it as, hey,
Yeah.
it's meant to be.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Virgo season.
How dare you?
How you doing? Mix it with the cheese.
Cards are really small now.
I wonder if they have a deck that's like a foot. Or like 2 feet.
Was that the thing you sent me today? What was that?
A room divider.
But it was tarot cards.
There's
right?
some groups I go to, we have life-size
Wow.
tarot cards. We use them for some.
Oh, like a room
Meditations
divider
and stuff,
with
yeah.
giant tarot cards.
Yeah, we should
Really?
get that for you.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Those
Is that
are
something I
really
can
cool.
buy on like Amazon?
It was on Wayfair.
With that
Really?
For only
for sale?
$150. It was like $120 or $150, not a lot.
It would be cool to put somewhere. I don't know where.
Exactly.
I don't forget it. It'll look cool. I could just use it as like
Page of
pin it up against the walls.
Okay. Page of Cups. Who wants to give a shot at doing a reading for Kayla
What is
with
it?
Page of Cups.
Is it
Oh, I see it.
I always mess up page and ace.
Oh, is it Page of Cups?
Page of Cups, right?
Well, it's a water thing.
Yeah, I know it's water emotion.
It's Pisces. And there's a freaking fish coming out of the cup, which is hilarious. It's like the fish is fucking swimming in the cup.
Abundance. Yeah, your cup is full.
Your
Your
cup
cup is
runneth over. Yeah. I would say, I don't know what the traditional meaning is, but I see it as like a sign of abundance, but also like pride. I mean, he's very proud of his fish cup.
He is, right? He looks very like, look
I
at
thought
me.
he was like talking to the fish because I've been talking to animals.
He's got a
all the
sick
time.
dress
I
on,
was
too.
in
Yeah,
the
too.
city, playing with pigeons.
Did you go to Bronx Zoo?
No, I did. No, we
Before
did
you
keep
go to Bronx Zoo. It's really good.
Page of Cups. Okay. So Page of Cups could be creativity, right? Right? Because what they say that all life was created from the water, right? So the water, right? And you, when you're in your mother's womb, you're in fluid, right? Water, okay? Not to be too graphic, but you know, when the male drops the seed, it swims, right? So it's connecting to that, like,
You get all of that from looking at that photo?
it's just,
Why you laughing?
it just,
I mean, you're going deep.
oh, yeah,
I'm
because,
good
because
at
this is how
Oh yeah.
creativity.
We go deep in this
Yeah,
class.
We go deep,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's holding a cup, and now there's a fish coming out of the cup.
Mm-hmm.
What sign connects to a fish? And
Pisces. I
Pisces.
know that one.
Okay. What rules Pisces?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, let's
Moon?
so let's think of let's
Is it the moon? No, the moon's Cancer.
no. Think of some Greek gods. Think of where Pisces or where a fish hangs out at.
Aqua.
Okay, getting close. All right.
Neptune or Uranus?
Got it. Neptune. Neptune or Poseidon.
Oh,
Neptune.
Poseidon.
Neptune is the Roman version, and Poseidon is the Greek version. So,
Gotcha.
and Poseidon what has
The spear.
that spear, right? But it has it's like 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's what rules Pisces. Pisces is a very, very deep water sign. Poseidon is said to rule it's in the deep ocean. I don't know if you've ever seen Aquaman.
Yes. I
Yeah, see what, you know, remember we were talking about before that movie came out that there's something right now, we're in the age of Aquarius, but Aquarius is the water bearer, right? Aquarius holds a pitcher of water. People always confuse Aquarius with a water sign because they hold the pitcher and it's tipping over, but it's an air sign because in the air is where the clouds are, that's where the water's at, right? So pouring the water out, but basically that movie and this time, we're in a watery time. We're in a time of creation.
Yeah.
Where like society's creating new rules, new boundaries.
Yeah.
We're like
How long does it last for though?
the age. The age, I think, I don't know whether like, don't quote me on this, could be over like 2,600 years in age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's been a fucking long time.
But some speculate that we, you know, 70s, the hippies are saying, oh, this is the dawning of the what?
Age of
Age of Aquarius, because they, you know, but people don't know. We could still be going into it. But what was before the Age of Aquarius?
I don't know.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, everything always connects. And Pisces was
Pisces
the
is
age.
the oldest sign, right, of the zodiac. The oldest.
Yeah,
And
because
then we're
it's
next.
it's 12 sign. So
Yeah.
we're the 11th sign.
We're the 11th.
12th sign is Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces really, everything connects to the 12 labors of Hercules. And Hercules represents your conscious mind,
I didn't even know
which comes in, and Hercules has 12 labors. If you study this, the story of Hercules is an astrological story. It's the story of his challenges with the zodiac. You know, with each he encounters a new being or thing that he has to overcome, right? So to get back on topic, the Page of Cups is what's a page? You know, a page isn't a knight, right?
No.
Well, what's a page do? What are their duties?
They're kind of like a servant.
Yeah. So, but a page shows, you know, basically maybe future opportunity. A page could eventually move up the ranks, right? Could maybe become a knight. That's why it shows maybe one fish. So it's not the full, you know, creative power of two fishes of Pisces, right? But it shows it's just one fish coming out of the cup.
Oh, like you're just getting started kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like a new beginning.
So that's what it's connected to right now. You know, new beginning. You know, creativity, opportunity, right? And it's understanding that, not to overanalyze it, right? But to use the strengths of your sign, of your sun sign, and everything else within your chart. But to know that, you know, when you see opportunity, or, you know, that's when you activate the powers of the magician, right? To focus on that. So sometimes we have to cut off things that don't serve us to focus on the opportunities that are in front of us. Sometimes we skip the opportunity and we're like, all right, you know, I have this, whatever, but I'm going to focus on all these other things when none of those things are going to help that opportunity out. But we do it all the time. Why? Because it goes back to, we need to understand what our desires are. If you don't understand what your desires are, then you concentrate on the wrong things. So we're all magicians, but sometimes, you know, we concentrate on stuff that doesn't help us out.
Yeah.
It's not progressing us. You understand? So you have to have right desires. You have to have right desires. Use your right intellect. That's what these lilies represent. The intellect, your sense knowledge, right? And you have to learn how to use all these magical
So it's like
magical tools.
prioritizing. It's like prioritizing.
Yes, prioritizing, 100%. But you have to know, you know, what is important, what's not important, right? And it's all about timing too right now. Like for me, I use A, B, C. But A stuff is going to work, right?
Yeah.
Paying my bills, like going to work on time, all those basic stuff. B stuff is like, all right, getting an oil change, you know, maybe go to a doctor's appointment, right? And the C stuff is like reading the books, you know, all the magical stuff I'm into, meditation. If you're in the A class right now, I can't be doing C stuff. I can't be reading a book at work. I can't be meditating at work, really. Right. I gotta focus because you have to know and categorize your day and your daily activities. You know?
Although I've had jobs where I could meditate.
I have to make time.
Hey, listen, I could take, you know, a half hour from my job and go meditate.
Yeah, I have to.
But when you have to, it's all about learning to use discernment when to meditate. Like you shouldn't, if you have to sit with a client, you're not gonna open a book and start reading.
That's true.
That's all it is. It's like if you know you have to call, you know, a client and the office is open from 9 to 5, and you wait till 4:30 every time. You're like, damn, how come I can't get anybody on the phone? Because they're out of the office already.
I've always been bad at prioritizing.
You gotta prioritize.
Because when I will work on the thing that I'm most excited about, rather than the thing that is the most important.
Yeah.
Not me. I'll multitask everything.
Yeah. Sagittarius.
Okay.
I'll do everything.
Yeah, why? Because Sagittarius are mutable signs. You guys are adaptable. You can adapt. You can adapt. It's a little hard with fixed signs. It's a little hard for us because there's some times when if I work from home, it's bad. I have all these books and all this stuff.
They're not focused.
Oh man, it's horrible. Where now I actually took my computer out and I'm in like my kitchen table and I'm working because like when I go to my bedroom that has all my books and stuff, I'm like, oh man, no, it's too much. It's too much. But also takes discipline to be able to also go in there and work.
Right.
Yes, to be able to go in there with the distractions and not let them distract you. Because sometimes ADHD creeps in. I'm like, nice. I have to catch myself. So that's what the magician is all about: learning how to catch yourself, learning how to really know what you desire. Know thyself. Know what you desire. Because if you know what you desire, then you know what you're concentrating on a daily basis.
I think desire might be the wrong word though.
Why so?
Because, like, I mean, there's lots of things I desire. I desire like 1,000 fucking things.
Desire or passion? Something.
I
Is it the
want-
same thing. Something being passionate about something and then desiring.
I feel like it's something like it knows that you wouldn't
Because think about it, you can-
like with
all right.
that you wouldn't like you have to have it. It's like something you're very drawn to, and whether you try to go away from it or not, it's gonna come back to you.
What, wait, is it desire?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I think it feels like to me.
So desire is stronger than passion.
Yeah.
I think sometimes
You're not
I don't
into
know
technology.
exactly where I'm going.
Well, because maybe like you said before, you're desiring a thousand things.
Right.
This once again, that's what I'm going to like. Know what you desire and really
And then
focus
work
on
right
it and categorize stuff and organize it so that you could use the magician, the power of Mercury, right, to focus and direct your desires of what you desire, where you concentrate on. You have to learn to do that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. I realize maybe
Feature,
having
camera,
trying to
scene,
have
scene,
3
touch the
businesses at
screen,
once
tap.
isn't good.
I don't know.
I try and do too many things at the same
I should
time.
have sat next to this.
Is it on?
Hope so. Can you hit the red button just in case? See if
What
it's
red
still
button?
recording. Is there a time limit, a time thing going right now? Up top, see it's red on the camera itself.
This
Yeah,
part?
up left,
This part?
left, down there. See it's red, a little red button up top, on the top part. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still red.
Can you press it?
Okay.
Yeah. See, it wants to turn off.
Oh, okay.
So we gotta work
Oh,
on
that wasn't on.
But
This-
now it's
that
I
wasn't
might
on.
have a timer, bro.
Yeah, it might be on the timer. It's gonna turn it off. All right, it's okay.
Alright.
This one's on. And the beauty of editing, you just cut it right out. So now let's go talk about these cards. So Knight of Pentacles also connects to Virgo. We do know why Magician connects to Virgo, right? Why?
Mercury.
What?
It's ruled by Mercury.
Mercury rules Virgo. Good.
Oh, okay.
And now this is the card we picked today, right? Can you stand up for everybody?
I have to wear it.
Oh, okay.
So, Eight of Pentacles. You have Knight of Pentacles. So, how is a knight different from a page?
Oh, the page can work up to being a knight. He's like a servant. Kind of just.
Okay. So one is, but they're both serving, right? A knight, a real knight's supposed to serve. They're still serving, but a knight is someone maybe that's earned his right to have the horse, earn his right to have the armor, right? And he's earned his right to be more mobile, to actually have a page now helping him out, get on the horse, feed the horse for him. So a knight's still service. That's one thing people understand. Sometimes when we get like titles or different things, you know, in the spiritual realm, you're supposed to still serve. You know, just because you're helping people out, we all start as a page.
Right.
But even as a knight, you're supposed to serve. Because a knight's supposed to be chivalry. You have to take care of people. You have to guard the weak, right? Protect the oppressed. That's what knights are supposed to do. Live by a higher standard, and that's what knighthood was about. But knights, how it connects to Virgo is practicality and diligence. So both the Knight of Pentacles and the Virgo are grounded and practical, focusing on steady progress, hard work, and tangible results. Knights can get tangible stuff. They know how to use their armor. They know how to protect themselves. They know how to, go into battle. Patience and reliability. So knights are patient. You have to be patient to be a knight and to learn when to sheathe the sword. Just because you're a knight doesn't mean you always take the sword out. Being a knight too is also about like knowing how to diffuse something without using violence. Utilizing the part that rules Virgo, which is that intellect. Utilizing that intellect, to understand how to communicate, how to diffuse a situation.
Strategize.
Yeah, that's right. But it's even like, sometimes we think it's like, it's not always Mars energy is that, like I gotta just, no, sometimes it's just listening, and just maybe understanding the other person too as well, because we're all going through stuff, right? So like Virgo, the Knight of Pentacles represents dependable. They methodical to when they approach tasks, ensuring they have reliability and an attention to detail. So both embody careful, detail-oriented mindset, ensuring that no task is rushed, reflecting Virgo's meticulous nature. Because Virgo is very meticulous, how they like things. And now the Eight of Pentacles, and how it connects to Virgo, is that skill, development, and mastery. This is someone that's mastered. Look how how master their craft is.
Yeah, he's hanging
So-
it up, showing it off.
And it's also, remember how many, it's what, 8. 8 also goes back to infinity sign. You know, they all connect, every card that you can find ways to connect to other cards. So it's all about skill, development, and mastery. The 8 of Pentacles symbolizes dedication to mastering craft, which aligns with Virgo's focus on continuous improvement and self-betterment. Perfectionism. Both the 8 of Pentacles and Virgo are associated with striving for perfection. Virgo's, that energy is all about being perfect. It has to be perfect, you know? Where Aquarius will sometimes opposite. We just like to move. So emphasizing attention to fine details, and they have high standards. This person has high standards. You can tell, look at an amazing job he did with all his pentacles. And then work ethic, Virgo's strong work ethic is mirrored in the 8 of Pentacles, highlighting persistent discipline and dedication to, let me scroll down, to work or personal growth. So when you get this card, it's all about showing that someone's dedicated. 8 of Pentacles shows dedication. Clearly they're dedicated because it shows consistency. Same thing with Magick. If you learn how to control your desires and what you focus on, what you concentrate on, you're going to be like the 8 of Pentacles. You're going to be able to have consistently create stuff that is productive and that looks in unison, and that could be utilized in the material realm. And these are cards connected to the Earth sign. Any questions on these cards?
Are these the Rider-Waite or the Boda cards?
Can you tell which one's which?
Center is Boda.
Yeah.
Can you tell that?
The Hebrew.
The Yod.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a yod. We'll get to that, but good. There's always a yod within it, so there's small parts of yod, but then you have the rest of this. So it's another letter, which we'll get to that to expound on the magician.
Oh yeah, because the Rider-Waite don't have any Hebrew letters.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, Rider-Waite's less explicit. Rider-Waite deck was only a deck for like playing cards. It was never intended to be an esoteric deck. It can be used for divination, but it's really not esoteric as much as the Boda deck is, or the Thoth deck is super esoteric. It's crazy. It's disturbingly beautiful. It's one of the most powerful decks you could use to do
Which
witches.
one?
The Crowley deck is called the Thoth deck.
I have a couple here.
Thoth. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it.
Thoth.
Thoth.
Tomato.
Thoth is like the Egyptian. This is how it all connects. The Egyptian god that's translated to Hermes in Greek times, and then Mercury in the Roman times. So they call it Hermes Trismegistus, who was the father of Hermetics. Trismegistus means thrice great. So it basically it all stems back to ancient Egypt. That's where a lot of the knowledge comes from, and they say that ancient Egypt and the East too as well. But Thoth, and the Thoth deck is what represents. Thoth was the god in Egypt, was the Ibis, the Ibis-headed god, which was also the scribe. So when the initiates would go through, or in the afterlife, they would go and reach a place where there's scales, ma'at, right? Ma'at, it means balance in Egyptian,
Hermetic.
Hermetic, really. And basically, Anubis was the one that weighs your heart against a feather, but Thoth was there scribing. He was writing stuff down. He's the one that has everything. He has, the whole basically list of your life and your deeds and stuff like that. But in Egyptian lore, it was afterlife. These gods represent different things of helping you to gain to the other side of the afterlife. So Thoth was like the god of knowledge, Egyptian. Then it transferred to Hermes, okay, in the Greek times, right? And then Mercury, which is what this card is. So within this card, that's why it's crucial in understanding, because Mercury is also Hermes, and Hermes is also Thoth, all packed in this card right here.
Wow.
It's all trying to tell you that. Any other questions with these cards?
I've always been drawn to this card for so long.
Which
for some
card?
reason. That one, obviously, it's why I bought the shirt. But then once I actually research it and see what it is, I'm like, oh, it's kind of where I'm at right now. So,
Yeah, the skill developing.
Grinding.
just working on it, building it up higher and higher.
Yeah. And he's really good at that. If you, just so you guys know, I don't know if anyone knows, at this store, we do sell products, Buddha Belly Bang wellness products. So, and if you see, how many products you start with originally?
One.
One.
Yeah.
So like he literally embodies his car. That's why he loves it, because he was able to create something from scratch, right?
Mhm.
He got into an opportunity with wellness, some CBD products, but he went from one product to now I think there's over 17 products from
Oh, wow.
internal stuff. So me personally, I actually got on it because I had I got diagnosed with a lung condition called sarcoidosis. It affected my lymph nodes, and I had bad chest pains and horrible. Breathing was hard. I got on the CBD, and it actually helped me, really helped me to overcome that. I don't have chest pains now anymore. My lung capacity is a lot greater than what it was. But besides that, there's colloidal gold, colloidal silver, there's the mushroom. So me personally, I got diagnosed with ADHD a couple of years ago, and I got on Adderall, right? That's what everyone gets on.
Yeah, that was
It was great. I loved it. I got on it right when I decided to go back to school, and I was just flying through everything. I was top A's. I made the dean's list every year, right? And I'll be graduating in a couple weeks now. But I think last year, or a year and a half ago, there was a shortage.
Yeah, Adderall.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And it was, for me, it was the worst time.
I was about to say,
I hate
that,
math class, and I was taking statistics and probability class, and whoo, worst time to run out of Adderall for me, because my focus was off. And for that, I needed that focus. So I've always tried a lot of different things, but what I got on recently that's been helping me for the past month is lion's mane. So
Oh.
how this connects to it, because he was able to take something, one thing, one idea, and just perfect it. And if you look, on your way out and way in, he has a whole area that has all these products. And if you look at it, the meticulous detail of that Virgo energy within the products, and with that Mercury energy too as well, of being creative with what's in there. So that's probably why you're drawn to that car, because you're creative, but we're all creators. It's just sometimes we have to find out, you have to find your niche or what it is. It might be, right?
Yeah,
It might be, crystal bracelets that help people love. And it's just, these are tools. Sometimes the tools to help us, are tools to remind us. Now it's like, all right, I gotta know, I gotta open my heart up, right? I gotta keep it open. So that's why everything is always deep, because you can connect to a lot of things. So when you're doing readings, so now if you pull this card, and the person gets it, depending on where it's at, right? If it's a basic pull, past, present, future, then it shows in the future, whatever their question is, their diligence. So if they talk about relationships in the future, they're going to perfect, the way they deal with relationships. And if it was about a business in the future, they're going to perfect their craft and be able to duplicate their system to be successful.
Right. Family, it could be you're building up your family higher structures.
Yeah, it's all on what the person's asking the question on, right, or what they're going through, and when and where the card is pulled at too as well. All right, want to pull another card, guys?
Yeah.
Who wants to be in the hot seat?
I'll do it.
All right.
Are you gonna pick for me, or am I gonna pick?
Oh, you're gonna pick the card.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying. This is the way I can shuffle with a big deck. It's like, I got T-Rex hands.
You ever see that meme of a T-Rex with those reacher arms, and it says unstoppable?
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got the reacher arms.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that before.
I've seen it.
I'm short, so I can't reach things very easily.
So every time I'm in different groups and we take pictures, I'm like, all right, guys, you got the step ladder for me? You guys,
Taller than me, if that helps.
Okay.
What?
Well, there's a
What's
couple
your
people I'm
height?
taller
What's
than.
your
I'm
height?
taller than my mother and a couple
I'm
other people.
5'3",
I'm taller than a lot of babies, right? A lot of babies I'm taller than. But what I learned in life, we're all blessed with different types of gifts too as well.
I like to think of my people say fun-sized and fun-sized.
Yeah.
Fun-sized.
Look at that.
One of them's
Yeah.
upside down. Check it out.
Don't pick that one. Don't pick that. Don't do it.
Oh.
I feel like I didn't see what card it is, but now
Pick it if that's the one.
I think it's this.
Okay, hold on to the card.
The Chariot. Well, this has to do with being a Cancer. Anyways.
You're Cancer?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm a Cancer, and the Chariot brings you places, and there's the duality, but these Sphinxes don't look, they're not moving anytime soon.
Why not?
They're just straight chilling. They're not like, I'm not getting up. They also got boobs. Like, so, but what I remember this represents is the Cancer because it's like a protective,
What's Cancer?
like a crab. So it's got a shell and it wants to be protected because it's got sensitive gooey parts inside.
Oh, okay. Goes back to water signs, right? Emotions, waters, right?
Yeah. But it's about going someplace.
Is
Can I
it?
ask a card?
I mean,
Yeah, let's pass the card around so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
And let's see if someone
I would think it would be about going someplace because it's a fucking chariot. That's the whole point of a chariot.
But, like you said before, you mentioned that the sphinxes are
They're
like,
chilling.
it's not like this horse is ready to go somewhere.
Yeah. The horse isn't laying down.
They're not ready to go
No.
anywhere.
So, I guess, yeah.
Can you pass it back to her?
It's like
I won't say
prepare. No, it's okay. I can do it.
Thank you.
I guess it's like I'm ready to go, but maybe I'm not going yet.
Maybe too comfortable.
Maybe I am
Complacent?
too comfortable.
Too comfortable. Okay.
Maybe you gotta.
I did something very uncomfortable the other day. I went from business to business handing out cards about my marketing services. So
There you go.
I feel like that is one thing that is important,
Okay, so you
like
got
getting outside
you
my
got traveling,
comfort
right?
zone.
Oh, okay,
So,
outside your comfort zone. Okay.
yeah, I think I gotta like maybe not stay safe but instead put myself out there, put myself out more, and not just stay inward and be comfortable and just do what's comfortable.
Do you know how crabs grow?
They have to shed their shell.
Why?
Because they have to make room.
Because they get uncomfortable in their shell.
Um,
I mean, if you're uncomfortable in they get uncomfortable in the shell. That's how they shed it to grow a new shell. So you have it's teaching you right now that you need to be uncomfortable, and where you find your uncomfortability, you have to put yourself in those situations because that's the only way that you're gonna grow.
Yeah.
So the more you do it, and the more you then start to connect to the real, or not real, or major interpretation of that card is that Cancer represents your personality.
Yeah.
So you have to train your personality to be a charioteer, to be able to, if you look at the card, the charioteer above it has a canopy heaven above it.
Yeah.
So understand that you're guided by the stars.
Mm-hmm.
We all are guided by the stars. But you're a guided by the stars. So if you walk in that confidence, you're a charioteer. You're able to command two opposites. That's what the Sphinx represents.
Mm-hmm.
Opposites. And you've subdued them.
Yeah.
They're there and they're just chilling. Because you're balanced.
They are waiting for me for my orders.
And look at the card again. If you look at the card, do you see any?
No, it's like having some big ass guard dogs that like they like the ones that go with German commands.
Just careful of that. Like,
I
that's
could
why
just
I push
kill
it
somebody.
down.
If you look at the card too,
That's why I like.
there's no
push it
rings.
back.
Just enough
Notice
to
that?
lean on the wall.
I might have to stick
How does he
it out
command them
though.
then? If there's no reins, how does he command them? How does he control them without reins? That's why when you look at cards, you got to really look at deep. If this is a charioteer and he's there, but there's no reins. How is he controlling them?
Sheer will.
Yeah, because can you see your will?
No.
Yeah, so because when you look at this card, it's trying to show you that you need to connect to your invisible powers. Sometimes we focus on our external physical powers.
Right.
When
The chariot's a good card. It's positive, right? Is that positive? I think it's. I guess.
I think you can get tripped either way.
Yeah.
well, yeah, because Chariot once again, he has the two pole opposites subdued.
Yeah.
They're balanced. So it represents he's in the middle, he's in between them. He's basically someone that has a crown too as well with a pentagram on it, 5-pointed star. So he's in control. The pentagram's facing up too, opposed to the devil card where the pentagram's facing down.
Yeah.
So and it's gold too, so gold connects to the sun.
Uh-huh.
So you're guided by the solar influences, but once again you have the starry canopy above you. So all those stars are infusing you. So the power of the zodiac
I feel
is
that.
infusing you
Yeah.
within your personality, but you have to get uncomfortable to grow.
Yeah.
You got to get uncomfortable. You have to do
100%.
opposite of what
I've
you've
done
been
some
doing.
crazy shit in my day, but
You gotta-
I haven't crazy.
But this is the thing too. You have to now categorize. Remember A, B, and C to do the right thing at the right time for whatever
Yeah.
your desires are. Right. Whatever. So you need to learn to concentrate this energy
Yeah.
on the A thing that's going to get you there in that time, and not doing the C things and during the A time span.
Yo, for real. Yeah, I get it. And that kind of like did something for me because I realized like I try and start too many things at once. I have very many passions. Like I come up with ideas all the time. I don't have time to, you know.
Well, we all have 24 hours a
Yeah.
day. We all have time, but we don't have time to do. Yes, we can't do 1,000 things.
I can't do it all
That's
at
why.
once.
That's
yeah.
why you gotta categorize and organize what's important to you and what are you seeing there?
I'm looking at the two faces on the shoulders. We got one happy face on the left shoulder and a sad face on the right shoulder.
And what do those look like to you? Remember, what rules Cancer? The moon.
Yeah, the moons.
So one means waning, one means waxing.
What?
Waning and waxing.
Really?
So meaning seasons, tides, ebbs and flows. If you understand that, if you understand the
Stop.
okay. Can you hit the red button again, please?
You said exceeded limit.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, is your memory card out? Is that
It
one?
might be.
You want me to use my phone? I'll put it over.
It's okay. I have this
I didn't get
recording
it.
as well.
Okay.
So it's understanding that the moon rules Cancer, right? The moon also connects to your subconscious mind. The moon also connects to what? The nighttime and your dreams. And
Mhm.
what you vision, what you see in your dreams, which are things to help you, to guide you, right?
Yeah.
But the moon waxes. Waxing means, wax on, Karate Kid, wax off. Waxing means gaining light. So the moon is waxing. As you know, when you see the moon, it starts to get bigger and bigger. And then we have the what? The full moon. Everyone talks, oh, full moon. The wolf comes out. So the full moon is when it's waxed to its full glory of how much the maximum light it can get.
Yes.
But what goes up must go down, right?
Yeah.
That's just science, right? So after it gets a full moon, it starts to wane. It becomes a waning gibbous.
Yes.
So it's starting to lose its light. So you need to do is really just advice. You can do whatever you want, right? You have your free will.
Tell me.
Really focus. Just cut it down. Cut it really down and organize it. Use the energy of Mercury and the energy of Virgo right now in this season. Use this season to really get in touch with yourself. Analyze what you really focus on. Analyze what your true desires are. What you truly are concentrating on. Because where your focus goes, your energy flows, and you can't focus on 1,000 things. But you have to also know seasons. So the moon, when the moon is waning, when it's losing light, it's not a good time astrologically or with the moon energy to do something or start something
Yeah,
new.
I did come up to this kind of understanding because I was trying to launch 3 businesses at once, and you need to nurture you need the amount of nurturing that a business needs to grow.
We were just
You
talking about that.
can't.
What's your rising sign?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm July 7th.
You know when you were born?
Like what time?
Mm-hmm. If you get
I think it was like
Astro
8 in
Seek
the
maybe
morning or something.
you could
Yeah, I have to look it
just
up.
so because your rising is your so the sun was in a certain sign right when
Yeah.
you were born right
Yeah.
but when the sun was rising
Your sun
what
moon,
house was it in?
it helps a
And
lot.
so basically the rising it's like your personality give off. So my personality is Cancer because that's my rising, but I'm an Aquarius sun sign. So my foundation is I'm an Aquarius, but my personality give off is very like caring, Cancer. So whatever Cancer is,
Like
that's what I give off.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's important to know thyself so you can understand, how to utilize those energies that influence your personality. Because
Yeah.
once again, the Chariot represents your personality. That's what it really represents. The personality, that you have, that you mask with your inner child, your inner true self is within that personality.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to shed old personalities.
And it's also like staying in your shell is safe,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to, come out to really be seen and to have for the world to see your gifts and all that kind of stuff. So
And just like use the Virgo energy to think critically, right? Critical thinking, with really, yes, 3 businesses are great, but what did Amazon start doing first? They were, what were they selling?
Books.
They were selling books. So they got really good at selling books. That's why Amazon, that symbol, right? You see the Amazon, that little arrow?
Yeah.
It's from A to Z.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So they got really good at selling books to the point of right now that you get prescriptions on Amazon.
You can get anything on Amazon, like a small house.
But yeah, if anyone's seen that famous picture where he started in the 80s, he had a little tiny office, half the size of this office, with a little Amazon banner and with his little computer, and that's how he started his company.
It was just books.
But he focused his energy, right? His concentration, the magical powers of the magician on that one thing, until that one thing took off to the point where, like what Michael did, he focused on, he made the one thing, right? And it took off to the point where now he has 17 products. And
I do
you
it.
follow?
I get it because the starting to me is the fun part. The
Yeah.
growing is the annoying fucking part.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, you only grow when you're uncomfortable. So you have problems being uncomfortable. You got to push through your uncomfortability, because that's when you grow. Remember, evolution, it's going slowly and then it goes up. It goes, so that time when you're going around and you're spiraling but you're not up yet, it's boring. But it's consistency. You have to consistently do the same things, because then it just goes up. Then you're up a different level. That's what evolution is. It's spiraling up. Question?
Know herself of like why she does certain things.
I think that's a little more deeper.
I
Shadow
don't
work.
know. I see a therapist, so I'm shadowing a lot.
Yeah. So
I've shadowed. That's basically what therapy is. Yeah. I know I'm very aware of my bad things and the bad whatever. My tendencies and all that kind of stuff. Because shadow work is kind of like looking at the parts of yourself or the things that you've gone through that are really
Yeah, like the
difficult.
dark
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have a question in the back too, James?
It's more of an observation. These are all connected to Virgo, correct?
Yeah.
These cards.
3 cards?
Yeah, these cards are. The card we just pulled for her was a chariot, but go on. Yes.
I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing like a story of like self-transformation, kind of like the guy's. He's chipping away at stuff that doesn't need to serve a purpose, so that way he can learn how to better gauge his time and energy to.
Yeah, because the knight's holding a pentacle, so that is an interesting observation. Like, it's like kind of like the cycle of and that's the magician can be an intermediary between the two also.
Okay.
That's what I was just observing. I thought it was interesting.
I mean, is he still a page? You consider a page? Going to pinnacle there?
Him?
Mhm.
Because like the
He's a craftsman.
magician's an intermediary
He's a craftsman. Think about it.
between the
No, I was gonna
top
say,
and the
like,
bottom
I mean,
or whatever.
page
So
becomes
like
light.
what's up
Because back-
and what's
Yeah, but remember the page was holding a cup because the pages serve. Pages are more like servants, right? But he's a craftsman. Remember, the craftsman, he has a craft. He's a master of his craft. So craftsman is someone that really
Dedicated.
correct. So how this very good observation. Basically, these cards could be used at. You need to start from. It's always about a focal point, the center. So start as a magician, because you are once again what, a center, right? For the power of the universe guiding through you, right? Then you have to now focus where you focus your desires to perfect your craft to the point where now you're being fruitful and you're multiplying, right? And then you also have to be a knight too, because you have to. The knight, what? He's protecting it. He's protecting what he gained.
Oh wow.
But then you have to go back and then be the magician. And so it's teaching you that it's an infinite cycle. That's why the infinity sign's there. It's an infinite cycle, and life is just about understanding that. Once you understand it's an infinite cycle, and just understanding of just focus on the right things, right, and then perfecting that one thing, and then protecting that one thing, then you could keep that same cycle to the next thing. But you can't start one thing and then start another thing before you perfected the first thing.
Okay.
You follow?
Yeah. I've been a graphic designer for several fucking years, like 20 years. or
Okay, so
whatever.
would you say you perfected your craft?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm pretty fucking good at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is
like
that-
I would say like I'm in the top like, you know, top like percent of like designers or whatever.
Okay.
I'm not shitty at all. There's no shit to be had.
Okay. That's great.
So I'm not saying though perfect because obviously everybody can always grow. Like there's always more technical things that I can learn or whatever. But
it's
when it
subjection
comes
too, sometimes, right?
when it comes to it, because it's a very intuitive design is a very intuitive thing, and I'm a very intuitive person. So that's why it's
Yeah,
something
clearly
I'm
you get
very,
ruled by
very-
the mood, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm very good at that work, you know, and it's also creative, so it's fun for me.
Yep.
So like it keeps me engaged, you know, and I love social media for the same reason because I'm really interested in getting people's attention and like steering people's attentions to small businesses, you know, because small businesses
Yeah, we have to
need
talk
to
after.
grow. Yeah, and nurturing that growth and like getting people to notice you, and that's really what it's all about.
If I may ask, is your graphic designing is it on the A category of what you need to do, or is it in the B or C? Like, are you? Is
I
it
would
something
say
you're doing?
that is my. It's always been my number. It's always been my A because it's always made me the dollar bills, y'all. You know.
Okay.
You know, that's where my money has always come
She said she's
from.
good at it. She's been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Some
I figured
people,
that
some
was an
people
A.
are good at doing things, right?
And they haven't done.
But
it
yeah, I
all
might
the
like.
time. Yeah.
I might be good at helping people to understand tarot, but that's not my profession.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still
yeah,
not my A.
Yeah.
My
okay.
A is what I do.
Well, it's funny because I always like I think like goal like future wise like I would like to help inspire people and like motivate people and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
Like I think that's like another gift that I have, you know.
Mm.
But
Hype man.
what?
Hype man.
Yeah, hype man. Yeah.
Or hype woman.
Yeah, like just get somebody like get people like like motivated to do things for themselves in their lives because I've overcome a lot of hardships.
Okay.
Like I've overcome a lot of obstacles, and so like that's another thing that I see my life doing. So another thing that I'm doing is working on like a self-help memoir fucking book too. Like, it's gonna be a long time until it's like written or whatever, but that's like one of my long-term goals. Like, I love to give a TED talk, like, and have a book, and like that. Like, that's like that would be like a big goal for
Like,
me.
can you
What's
tell about
ABC?
evolution?
What's the
Yeah.
first? What's
Yeah.
the first?
Yeah.
What's the most realistic number one most important thing that gets you excited?
That gives you a roof over your head, like that's like that you need.
Well,
to
not
do
even
every day.
necessarily that. Just something that you.
I think what excites me the most is
The first
being-
thing you want to get accomplished. Like if I'm like, okay, by next week, pick one and it will be done exactly. Which one would you be the most excited about?
like what I don't know what I could get done. in
No.
that.
I'm just saying, if I could wave like a magic
Be
wand right now,
surprised.
and I'm like, out of all those
If you
things
were
that you
able-
want to
right.
finish, that would make you the most excited, the most like fulfilled.
Which one would
Which one would it be? Would it be the book? Would it be, everything you just said? Which the first thing? Your products,
I
your
would
brand?
love to give a TED talk. Really.
Okay, so ready?
Okay.
That's the first
Good.
thing you said. So the TED Talk should be your
A.
should be your number one thing. That should be put everything else to the side and just make that shit happen.
But that's not gonna make me money.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
what she
It
said.
doesn't matter. How do you know?
I understand
Then
what
that
you
wouldn't
know?
be A. That wouldn't be A then.
Well, not
Because-
necessarily.
No, I'll tell you why. Because
It could. People make money on TED Talks.
yeah, but
But not
No,
right
no,
away.
no, yeah, but-
like
let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Am I making money at TED Talk tomorrow? No, no, we're not tomorrow. You can build it up, but that's not going to be your A. That's not what my A is. I'm a salesperson. I sell solar. That's my A.
Right.
That's how I'm able to afford the time to do all this stuff.
Right.
And so that's my A. So you need to figure out what your A is, and it's
But I thought
okay
you
if
said
you're.
it was a graphic design.
I think it's, you know, like yeah, it's usually graphic design.
Usually
social
doesn't
media
is that
marketing.
so? What do you? All right, every day, you go to. You have a job. You work.
No, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, I freelance, so I'm a
So, yeah.
like freelance designer.
for design. So
and-
that's your A.
yeah,
Because that's how you make your money.
yeah,
It's not selling records, right? That's not your A.
yeah. So,
So,
I have to put
that's
the most
Mike's A. This
effort
is your
into
A.
what's
Yeah.
making me the money,
Yes.
but on my other time, do like the things that are going to like be my soul's fucking
Correct.
dream.
So everything that helps you with the A, whether it's marketing and freelance things, whatever that helps you with that A, which helps you to
Because that fulfills me too. Because I'm helping and I'm of service to people.
which is perfect. It's
Yeah.
great.
So like, so it's not like not aligned with me. It's very aligned for me, So I think that
It's just categorizing. Really sit down with
Sorry,
it
though.
and make an A, B, and C
it's
list.
not all about me. But
It's
I
okay.
am in this like I am in like a
reading was for you.
crossroads time in my
I wanna-
life.
No, that's
I
fine.
wanna-
You know,
I wanna,
I was
um,
interested in
That's
this.
what I said.
No,
like,
it is.
everything's falling apart.
I like
together
artwork and
at the
stuff, so
same
it's
time.
like I had an artist buddy that would do
I know my
custom
A, I don't know
pieces
my B
for
and my
me,
C.
and then I would
Yeah,
print
that-
them onto like slate.
So
or
you
other
knowing that
things.
you got like this.
Oh,
I know
so
my
you
A.
just print-
This is
you
like the
know how
C
to
right
do
here. So
printing?
meaning
Well,
if you had-
I would go on
if you have to go to
website,
work
print
or-
it, and
or
he
during
would-
work we had a
he would
class
do
like
it
this,
for me on his iPad
you know,
and then send me
you
the
have to
file.
pick A.
Oh,
So I
that's
give him
really
because
cool.
work, you know,
ideas,
you know.
and then let his
But now
work
since
in.
this might be this
Yeah.
time might be
Then I
the
let him
C
choose
time
his
where now
mind
Yeah.
and his
I'm done with work.
design,
I already changed the oil in my car, which is B, right? I did my inspection. So now that's what I mean. Now I have time to do the C stuff. That's
Oh,
what's
okay.
that's
So
how
I guess I do know my B.
So C is more
I
of a
mean,
like
because there
where
is
you-
a tie
you-
together.
something you want
Sometimes
to
people
desire.
have a
You
more
Yeah.
want- something you
illustrative
want to do,
background.
like,
the
something-
D word right there. Yeah.
I'm
There's
more
stuff
like
that there's stuff that you love doing. Like I love reading
together
books, but
and
if I stay home and read a book every day,
Right,
I'm not gonna pay my bills that way.
Right, you be homeless.
It's just like
Exactly, so-
psychologically, like, you have to understand.
Sometimes people they mix it up. They got the C's and the A's and they got and the B. You know,
I think I
and
need to balance
And
that.
put,
we all do. Yeah.
put it together
We all
and
do.
have it be cohesive.
Because the A's.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get to the next slide because
No, that
we're gonna
was
do
good. We
we're
should
gonna do,
have, we should
right,
have a
you
whole
sleeping over.
thing on A, B, and C.
yeah. I'll write it up. I want to do a guided meditation today, guys. So I want to switch it
Oh,
up too
nice.
as well.
Okay.
So before we do that, we should have to get one last slide we have to get through, right? Because I had 25. I'm like, let me just cut them out. So no. So the last thing we need to know is remember every card on the Boda deck has a Hebrew letter.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So the Hebrew letter, yes, someone said yo, but this is actually Bet, and Bet means house.
Like Bethlehem.
Yeah. Yes. Bethlehem means house of bread, right? So Beth means house. That's where the letter connects to the magician, because you have to basically. It's all about like your concentration is like it's a house. It's your house of where you built up of everything you concentrate on, because you're your own center of concentrated universal energy that's flowing through you, and you're moving in your cube of life, because we have front, back, left, and right. So you're understanding that where you work and live is within the house of your personality, or within the shell as a crab of your personality.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding that you're always within something, that's how you affect out here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So this is the Hebrew letter that connects to it. I won't go too crazy because we already went over this. We know the color's yellow, so every time you see yellow on these cards, you know it connects to Mercury, it connects to this letter, and it also connects to this center of the Tree of Life, which is Tiferet, or beauty. Okay? So now, any questions on this? I just want to jump into that. Let's go into the meditation. Let's get comfortable first. Everyone has to use the bathroom. You can go now. It's gonna be a long one, don't you?
It's gonna be long. How long?
I'm joking. It's
Oh,
only
okay.
too long.
Okay.
I'll make sure I get my timer
That's
up.
my favorite part.
Meditation, thanks.
Now everybody knows about my life. That's all. It's okay.
It's awesome.
No,
That's what this
it's
is
good.
for.
It's good to open up to people,
Mhm.
and otherwise people can't know you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. They know where you're coming from. They know,
You know where you live, and there's like, that's good.
Yeah.
I like it's funny because I listen to people a lot, like when I meet people, but it takes me a long time to tell people the why
Stuff.
life,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm the same way. Cancer, I'm the same way like that. Sometimes I keep it all within my shell. And I don't really
I'm
let
very
people-
good at
it's-
projecting
Yep.
and very confident, like, you know, persona, but obviously inside, you know, there's always that little girl that got made fun of in school.
Aw.
Yeah,
You know,
It's real though.
yeah.
everybody, like a lot, most
We
people
all
get
did. We
made
all got
fun
made fun
of.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, for
In
something.
some way.
I was a bully.
Really? You?
I am today. Like I'm more sensitive and kind and all that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
All right,
now
everybody,
you need to
get
back.
comfortable, okay? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna create something in the astral realm, and the astral realm once again is the realm connected to this sphere in the tree of life. This is called Yeso, the foundation, which is ruled by the moon,
Okay.
which is where
Isn't
we
that the dream one?
yes, the area we go to where we dream. So in that realm is the astral realm, where that's where all the forms are. So within that realm, that's where a lot of magical powers lie within that area. That's why dreams are visions, and it helps you out, you know, prophesy stuff. So we're gonna, within the Tarot Academy, we're gonna create an astral temple. And this temple is gonna be a place where all of us, collected consciousness, so all our minds together, we're gonna ascend there, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna charge it up. So this is meditation to teach you how to connect to it. But this is a place where all the secrets of the tarot lie. All the secrets of high magic, Kabbalah, astrology, alchemy, everything lies there. Connects you to the beings, everything within all the symbolisms there. So get comfortable. I want everybody to close your eyes, okay? Preferably you can put your hands on your lap, and we're gonna start by taking 3 deep neutral breaths. Neutral breaths means in and out through your nose. So we're gonna breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So in order to go to this astral realm, you're gonna picture yourself on the top of stairs. There's 10 steps. We're gonna slowly climb down these steps, which is gonna lead us to a door. So we'll go down to the first step, second step, and as you go down, just feel your body getting lighter and lighter. Connect to your true self within the charioteer, your true personality. Go down to the third step. Let's go deeper. Fourth step. Go down to the fifth step. Sixth. Seventh step. The 8th step. The 9th step. And now back down to the bottom, there you see a door. And on the door you see a symbol of the moon. A full moon in the center, and a waning and waxing crescent on the left and right of it. Open that door. As you open the door, you're going to see a light shining from a sun setting, glistering in your eyes. And as you walk through, you see on your right and left roses and lilies. It's a field of flowers, or garden. And you look to your right, and you see this small house in the middle of the garden area. And you go in, and you see the magician's table there. With all the tools on the table, you see the wand, the cup, the pentacle, and the sword. Take those tools and put them in your knapsack, because you are the magician. Now let's leave the cabin and we're going to go on this path. It's a golden path and it leads through some woods. Just as you walk through, just, take in the scenery of all the tall trees and notice that all those trees were once small little seeds of acorns. There was something small. They weren't a big tree, but they had to start off somewhere. Just keep walking through the forest. And as you walk, you see the sun is slowly setting. It's starting to get dark. On the way through the woods, you see an owl on the top. And it starts flying out of the woods, so you follow it. And up ahead, you see a mountain. And deep, high up on the mountain, you see a small little light or a lantern. And as the sun is setting, your instinct is to get closer to the light because it will soon be dark. You start ascending the mountain. Turn and turn around rocks. And using the wand to guide you. And in the distance, upon a cliff, you see the hermit holding out the lantern, the six-rayed star, the light from the power and energy of Virgo. You finally get to him, and he leads you to a little opening within the mountain. Within the opening, you see a pillar on the left, a black pillar on the right, it's a white pillar. And you walk in with the hermit leading you. Now you're walking in and down a little tunnel within the mountain. The torch lights around it. He takes you to a door. And he has you knock on the door. You knock 3 times. The door is open onto you and you walk in. And you see in the center a cubical altar with a bowl of water and a flame on top of it. In the distance, in the east of the temple, you see the Empress, or the High Priestess maybe. You're trying to figure out what she is because there's smoke from the incense burning in the south. You walk past the north area and it's cold. You see a big figure, an angel there holding pentacles. You get to the east and you see a huge angel that guards you from entering close to the Empress or the High Priestess. And all around you, you see the 22 cards on the tarot. From the Fool all the way around clockwise to the World card. You are in the Tarot Academy Astral Temple. This temple is a temple you could go to anytime, any day, to connect with the powers of the tarot, of astrology, of anything hidden from society or from everyday learning. You take time to take it all in, and the angel lets you have a glimpse of the High Priestess. Ask her anything you want. You all have something maybe personally you might want to ask the High Priestess for guidance, for anything. She might not give the answer now, but ask her and see what comes to your mind. Take the answer and put it in your knapsack. if she gave it to you an answer. If she did not give you an answer, it may come later. Be patient, like the ox. Thank the angel and follow the hermit back out the temple. Go up the area with the torches, out the side of the mountain, and you notice that the sun is rising. So now you're not afraid to go back through the woods. You thank the hermit for guiding you to the astral temple, and go down the mountain on the golden path to the forest. You see the owl, he leads you back to the door. Those magical tools are yours now because you are the magician. Open the door and slowly climb back up the stairs to sense reality. Take a few moments of feeling of gratitude and love for yourself. And when you're ready, start to wiggle your toes, your hands, your shoulders, and come back to the sense reality. When you're ready, open your eyes. This concludes the Tarot class of Tarot Academy tonight. Thank you, everybody.
This is great.
What a good meditation.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Anyone actually see the hermit? How was everyone's visualization? Yeah. Yeah?
I got a little confused when
It's
you were
okay.
talking about the altar
That's alright.
because it's supposed to be like in a mountain, but how is it so vast inside that the priest is? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there's
Like,
like huge caves inside the mountain.
yeah, so I guess like I couldn't, like I was like, when I
Bigger
first
than-
got there, I was like thinking this is
Like the
like, I don't
forest.
know, like a 10, 15-foot room or something.
Remember, you're in the astral realm. We just went traveling on the Tree of Life, so we're traveling astrally to a place that's not of this world. We went to another realm.
Right.
So that realm is expansive. It's
Mhm.
as big as your imagination is.
Mm-hmm.
Endless. It's infinite.
Could be anything.
Yeah. You can make it anything. But we collectively empowered it to be an astral temple for the class so that we could go there. And because it's one thing to learn the external, but it's another thing to connect to an internal link
That's why
within all this stuff.
visualization is
Yes.
so powerful for manifestation.
Yeah. And now it's like,
If you could see it.
which is a place we could all go to. If you guys, you want, guidance or anything, you just follow that same exact path. Go down the stairs, through the door.
See the field.
Yeah, and that.
Follow
that-
the path of the
exactly. And
Follow the
that,
owl.
Mhm.
Go up the mountain. We'll talk later.
yeah.
I don't know.
Question?
So
That's good.
Owl, you turn left. So
There you go.
the door represents like knowledge or the ability to seek it, I guess, as you step through it.
The door represents the path from Malkuth, which is the kingdom where the manifested realm we all live in, right? This is the manifested realm. Once again, when we dream, we go to the astral realm. We go into a realm of illusions, right? Of pictures, right? It's not hard. It feels real, right? But it's not like hard like this.
No, yeah.
You're going into a different realm. So we went along this. We went to this path right here. We went up this path. We went into that realm. That's why the doorway to go there was a moon, because the moon is what represents this realm. Because why? The moon is when you're dreaming, right? Nighttime.
Yeah.
So that's why the moon.
You're stepping into that essentially. Like
Correct.
You're stepping into your.
Taking you to we went into a different mode of consciousness. We went into the astral realm where we dream. So we just went there. But we went there. We guided it. I guided you there. When you dream, you don't pick where you go.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna get like deep with it so we can manifest or see what our highest version of ourself would be like when you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see?
What do you see? Like you see the highest version of yourself, and what do they look like, and what are they doing, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it was more or less understanding that sometimes this power is higher than our individual self. So it's collectively
It's powerful.
Yeah, we
going
all
to a
went.
place. So we just
Yeah.
you can find that when
That
you
was
go there,
powerful.
go back there, but it's collectively creating something because it's all about creating an egregore.
Right.
So egregores are, even though class is over, I'll tell you, egregore is like it's basically something you create like,
Like, may I?
yeah, go ahead.
Like New York Yankees, right? There's like an energy to that. Even when I say it, you feel something. You think,
Like a brand.
Yeah.
But it's more so like there's a spiritual like aspect to it as well. When you say like Christianity, there's the egregore of Christianity. There's masonry. There's all these things that like if a lot of people are focusing on it and you're all putting in like the work, it actually creates something in the astral realm.
Yeah.
So we could create something here that we all go to that we could build upon and like
And that astral power, that's what gives them the energy to just giants. Like it's they don't know what they're all doing, and they're all wearing the symbols, right? Because remember, symbols are sigils.
Yeah.
They're all wearing the symbols.
Logo.
The
Yeah.
logo, right? The logo is the
Sigil.
brand that represents an idea or something, right? And they all go there and watch it, and they're not playing football outside the stadium, right? They're in the stadium, so it's all around, and it almost could be in an egg shape, right?
Mhm.
Egg of life, right?
And it's a very powerful feeling being around other
Huge.
people that are also engaged with the same concept. or
So
whatever.
exactly that's what we just did. We just created our own temple connected to what we learned here and everything that connects to. Because what we're learning here connects to a lot of different stuff. We're only on the little tippy surface. We're not even going deep at all. Sad to say, this is
were
very, very light.
So like one part I missed because I think
It's
like
okay.
sometimes we're in the meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's easy to like think our own thoughts. Like I was
course.
thinking about thoughts from class or whatever.
Okay,
So
that's great. Yeah,
the priestess or that we were supposed to ask them a
Ask the
question.
question.
Yeah, anything you wanted.
sure. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
But if you didn't get to,
Yeah.
you know how to
I'll
get
go
there.
back. I'll go
Yeah.
back.
And so
I
it's
got mine.
From what I remember, anyways.
it's just like once again
I feel like I
if
left my body.
I was going down the stairs.
I was like,
he was
So
he was
remember
relaxing
too
into it.
when we so when you do past life regressions, right? It's very similar. So what we did was we descended. So basically, I took you into your subconscious mind. That's why you count down. So we went down there. But remember, once again, tarot, your subconscious sees in pictures. So I gave you a visualization of a way you could actually go connect to the inner world. Well,
Yeah.
you understand, we could meditate, we do all this stuff, but sometimes we just want something we could just, like,
Connect to. Yeah.
all right, go to 7-Eleven. I could give
Right.
you directions how to get there.
Mhm.
And when you go to 7-Eleven, you could get practically whatever you want.
Right.
I think we could do that in the temple too.
Mm.
Oh, you can.
What are the Akashic
I did
records?
that.
It's the
I, like,
same,
walked it off
essentially
for
the same
a
thing.
while.
Akashic Records, it's really, it's the same. Yeah, 'cause- go ahead.
When I came in here, Mike was playing music.
Really?
And I loved the music. And then
Oh my god, the door, I just
The
realized.
door.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
this kid always has like the weirdest shit.
I was attracted to the
What
door,
the
and
fuck?
it's
I just want
almost,
to show everybody sees this right here. See?
Yo!
and it's dark in there, so it's like the moon is, like
Yeah.
almost coming
No,
out.
and he literally, so he comes in and he's like, what song is this? And I was like, oh, it's this. Here. And he looks at it and he's like, oh my god, I'm so drawn to it because of the door. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, and I was just like, okay, I was like doing a million things. But I was like, okay, cool, you know.
Yeah.
And then
And then class, yeah, we did
That's why I was
this,
asking what it signified, because I was drawn to it.
It's weird.
And then before that, I
There's
bought
always
an
something like
amethyst
that.
stone. I bought an amethyst stone before that. I was like drawn to this one stone.
I got some this on here right now. Remember, magic is very powerful when you really start to see that it's everywhere.
There are no coincidences.
It's all around us.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't have the eyes to see it, but there's energy everywhere. We're all connected. It's all webs. It's all there. It's
It's
just
like you can't see the wind, but it's here. Yeah. The air is here.
yeah. Because without air,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be even talking right now.
Can't see Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi does everything.
Right. That's true.
So
Wi-Fi
you know,
is basically God.
I know. I just noticed something that I never noticed before.
it's okay.
So. Is that
What did you
crazy?
notice?
I know.
What?
I got
Do
it.
that again?
What
Let
do
me see.
you want to say? Tell people.
So if you just look at this part,
Mm-hmm.
like don't look at all this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the Rosicrucian like apron that we all wear in the group. And if you think about it, we're focusing on these elements of the tree when we're doing the rituals.
And she.
And then look over here. Look at the middle part,
It's
It's
no
Masonic.
jewelry.
like apron. So don't look at this bottom, don't look at that. Look, the square,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Masonic apron.
Yeah.
Just in the middle. That's fucking crazy. I just noticed that. I was like, I wonder if that's coincidence or not, or it's probably not coincidence.
Well, within there you could find. They say there's a pentagram in there. There's the unicircle hexagram in there. That's the thelemic one. So
Oh, it is in there.
the unicircle a hexagram. Everybody knows what a hexagram is on the hermit. So the hermit is what? A hexagram is one triangle and then another
And
triangle,
another
right?
triangle on top.
You know,
Yeah.
opposites, right?
Uh-huh.
Star of David. So all the Merkaba, whatever you call it, Merkaba, whatever you call it. So the unicircle one is what Thelemites use in Thelema, and basically it's like the figure eight because you can keep drawing it, but you could actually draw it like this, and it has. I'm gonna get it. You have the necklace over
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
it's one little. Yeah. It's like the two.
It's in there too. It probably is. Oh, it's probably sideways.
Right here. Here we go.
Oh, it's-
This is the unicircle hexagram right here. So this
Holy shit! So it's all the tree of life.
this hexagram right here. See how this symbol, you could draw this symbol without picking up the pen. So it's like a figure eight you could draw, right? But the regular hexagram you can't. You can do one triangle, you gotta pick the pen up and do the next triangle.
Uh-huh.
Wow, this thing's going crazy.
I see.
But with the unicircle hexagram, you go down, you go up, go down this way, up, down this way, and you just create it. And that symbol is up there.
Yeah, where is it? Sideways? That's what I'm trying to.
It's up
And
there.
It's up and
Is it?
down, and
Yeah.
then the middle part's like the
Up and down the middle part.
cross-section.
There's definitely something to that with the aprons, the Rosicrucian aprons and the Masonic aprons.
I just made two of them, and I scrapped the first one because it didn't come out. It had
Yeah?
wrinkles in it, and I didn't like it. And the Virgo, and was like, no, and ditched the whole thing.
Wow.
You
That's,
can-
Jonathan, that's
you
exactly
make
what
them?
the
They're
Rosicrucian
not,
apron looks like.
they're not
The
like
bottom part of the
I'm
tree.
not-
You
I'm
can
not
maybe
really
buy
sure.
'em.
Mm.
Oh, okay. But you know what I mean. They're freaking like Rosicrucians. It's cool. Just noticed it.
We're filming too.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's all right.
And
So
to that.
you could find there's cubes in there. This is actually also a three-dimensional thing too as well.
Sacred geometry.
It's supposed to be three-dimensional. Supposed to
Right.
be, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, there's a cube in there. There's a lot of different things in there. It's for those who have eyes to see, but there's a lot, and there's also you're gonna get this is another group. There's three, right here, and then another three right here. So there's three different triangles within
Oh yeah.
this area too as well. So that's what 9.
Mm.
And what's 9?
No.
The Hermit, Virgo. Yeah. It all connects. And what 9 means what? New beginnings, right? Because numbers will only go from 1 to 9.
Mm.
0 is just, it's a no state. It's the state of the Fool. And then 1 to 9. And then it goes what? Back.
To 0 to 1.
Yeah, 1 to 0. But they go back together and then it goes back up. So there's really only 9 numbers. It's just combining the same numbers at all.
Well, someone said, I think it's like after September 9th or something with the moon, there's like a karmic release or something like that. Like something with 9, I forgot what.
Yeah, because 9 means a new beginnings.
Isn't
So
it
it would
super
shed
completion?
all of,
September
9's completions, yeah.
it would
If
shed all
you're
the-
completing
all the
something, then you're getting ready to start afresh, start anew.
It's wild.
See, Hermit, 9.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
This is the 6-ray star right there.
Mhm.
See?
Right.
All it is just
Right, upside down.
2 triangles upside down. Yeah.
Wow.
And they all have, there's all meanings to them. They're all in the tree of life. There's connections to them. There's different alchemical rituals, magical rituals you could do,
Mhm.
you know, with that. Yeah, hexagram ritual.
Mhm.
There's another one.
Oh, I just realized the Boda symbol is the colors on Malkuth, right?
It's what? This is Mercury.
Right.
It's the back to the alchemical. It's salt and sulfur.
Okay.
So it's like it represents the soul, the spirit, and matter, and like, you know, mind, body, soul.
Mm. That's awesome. Very cool.
Don't brag about that.
And you got cross over here. You got the star over there. You got, this is the same letter that we saw on magician card.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
this is bet.
Right,
And bet means
I forgot that
house.
House.
Yeah.
part.
And then this is yod. Yod means the
Hand of God.
yeah.
Oh, the hand of God was on
Right.
there.
Hand of house.
Oh wow, that has to be.
I was thinking the same.
The hand. The hand of house.
Yeah. See, it's all there.
That's crazy.
It's all there, but sometimes people overlook stuff. It's
Yeah.
you have to know the language. How do you?
So that house, not made with hands, eternal, right?
In the what?
In the heavens. But you go.
So this is Earth, and
Right.
that's astral realm, right? The heavens, technically,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Remember, all these connect to a planet. So that's the moon. You're in the heavens.
Right.
All right. This is Venus. That's Mercury. That's the Sun. That's Mars. That's Jupiter. That's Saturn. And then these are other spheres that connect to other things, but the planets all on here. Yeah.
So cool.
And those are all parts of your psyche. Because you have the Mars energy,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Jupiter is what? Jupiter is, it's more merciful. Jupiter is like, the bounty and expansiveness. Jupiter, right? Saturn is more restriction. Because Saturn is the Holy Mother, Bina, that created everybody, created all our consciousness. Because you can't have life without the Father, the seed, and the Mother, right? The vessel, the Holy Grail, to house the forced energy from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, which then creates.
It's so crazy to think about that. Like just looking at this was like completely like super secretive. Like what, 50 years ago, right? Like we weren't even allowed to talk about the tree of life. Like,
This is basically
let alone see it and speak upon it.
This is Kabbalah with a Q, Kabbalah with a K, like basically the Kabbalah that the Jewish people practice. You can't practice it until you're 40.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
And the difference is Hermetic Kabbalah incorporates everything else, like the tarot, all this stuff.
Right.
They don't incorporate all that. They have the tree of life, but they don't incorporate the planets or anything like that. They say,
Right. But they're doing it.
Yeah.
Knowingly that they're doing it.
Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff that ancient groups or secret societies would learn and talk about, because back in the day you can't talk about any of this stuff. You can burn the stake.
Right.
You're a heretic. I mean, unless you're in the church, and you had the keys to the library that no one else could see. But this was, not the general public isn't learning this stuff
Yeah, it's
unless they're
awesome.
the tarot card.
Yeah, you have to be like called to it, like drawn to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even this is a symbol of just like the Buddha, sort of, right? That's kind of what I was saying.
But
Like just the colors and stuff.
it's because this is manifested realm,
Mm-hmm.
4 elements. That's why that's
four
4.
elements.
The Buddha symbol
Only shows three.
is 3 because it's, remember, once again, it's the 3 alchemical properties of mercury, salt, right, and sulfur. So that's why that's it's key components to alchemy and affecting change within oneself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mm.
Now I'm starting to see like the 3D part of it.
You
too.
see what I'm talking about? There's a double cubical altar in the center. That's what I was talking about to you guys. That's resting on that. That's another thing within that represents a lot of other stuff. Which I really can't go too deep into it, but it's it's all
Good.
Yep. And look at the floor. The floor looks like something you like. Yeah, check the floor.
Mm.
You had a question?
I know it usually takes the rabbis like several years to study this stuff, but is there any books that you could recommend for the Tree of Life to like better understand?
To better understand the Tree of Life?
Yeah, because I've seen it all my life, and they're always like the Tree of Life, Tree of Life, Tree of Life, and I'm like, I want to really.
Dion Fortune's A Mystical Kabbalah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, honestly, it was a lot for me. That's the one book that she wrote that I was like, it was tough for me. It's very dense, really dense, but it'll go over every sphere, what planet connects to, what angel, what god or goddesses each connects to, and a thorough explanation with it. She wrote a lot of other books too as well. Her other books are good for visualization, but she's a pretty good one to really understand about these. But if you want like Kabbalistic books, the Sefer Yetzirah is a good starting book. It's called, that means Book of Formation. Very good one. It's not too long. It's a lot in there. After that, you would get to there's other ones I'll tell you guys about, but those are pretty good books. You'll have a good understanding of Kabbalah. Or Lon Milo DeKet, he writes Chicken Kabbalah. He does it with a twist of the he does it like where he's humorous about it.
Right.
So.
Probably the simplest one.
Yeah, Chicken Kabbalah is probably the simplest one to get. So, I would recommend those books and stuff.
Probably Kabbalah for like dummies. Probably it exists. I'm sure there's everything for dummies out there.
Yeah. If you for guided lessons, you could look up, go to Boda's website, and you could join their website, and they'll give you guided lessons, and they'll mail it to your house. That's where I started about 6-7 years ago. They'll mail it to your house, a lesson for each week with each tarot cards, and eventually then you get your own cards like I got, and you color them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I think, one of the best ways to learn the tarot, the Kabbalah, everything all together is through their method. They mail it to you, you read it, you color it, and here's a lot of different books that we've read before here, like the meditation and stuff, and those you'll learn a lot. Yeah.
Like, can anyone join that one, or do you have to be in other groups?
Anyone could join.
Anyone could join.
Yeah.
But once again, we know, remember, it's not everyone's seeking this stuff. Not everyone's ready for this stuff. And then if you go to further, you could come to meetings. We have meetings in the city we meet at. We have open format meetings 4th Saturday of the month in a building in 23rd Street. Just after class, I could tell you guys about it. But where we have like life-size tarots, and we send you like lessons or like questions to really dive deep into it, and that's open to the public. Non-members could go there. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of things out there. Just when you start to seek, you'll find, and there's good things to help you to gain more tools as a magician in this life.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Good class.
Once again, you can find me on Maldo's Magick podcast. I put some new episodes up there recently, actually.
So the podcast is only on YouTube?
Yeah, for right now.
So it's not a podcast then.
She said booyah.
Oh yeah, because the podcast.
Well, he's doing
They're on
interviews,
Spotify, so-
right? It's not like
Yeah, I just started on YouTube for now.
No, this is, yeah, we could
Because
upload
Aquarius,
live,
we
you're
just
saying.
get stuff. We just like to just do it. We just for me
Getting it
personally,
started.
Yeah.
just doing it. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying
Yeah.
is you can extract the audio
Yeah,
and then actually create a podcast
Yeah.
from the same content.
You mean about a podcast without just audio?
Yeah,
Just do it.
that's what podcasts are, dude.
right,
Yeah,
To
most
do-
people listen to them like in the car.
right, not like
Yeah, or
Yeah.
when they're cleaning their
Put it on
house.
Spotify.
right. You can make a Spotify account and put it on Spotify.
I'm not really a Spotify fan.
I haven't. I've been
It's not
listening in my
only
car.
it,
I
like
see what you're saying.
it's Apple Podcasts,
This is-
Put them
Spotify.
on all of them.
This is the fixed side of me. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
really, you know. But
I mean, it's just taking the same shit that you have and fucking putting it as just an audio file and
Yeah.
streaming it.
Sure, then
It's
people
like
just
an
drive around and
R-
listen to it.
It's like an audio RSS feed.
yeah.
Yeah.
People go to the gym, they listen to it. Or whatever.
I started a podcast. It's not hard. It's not
Oh
hard.
no, I don't think it's hard. I think for me personally, like, a lot of the ones I go on, it's I'm a YouTube guy, so I just use YouTube, and I always play them when I'm driving. So some of them aren't even like, it's just like a random video. Like I don't have to, I just listen to it. So I guess it's the same thing. I can put on audio. So
So
yeah, I'll work on
YouTube
that.
Music has podcasts too, so you can stay within the same platform and
Okay.
still have a podcast.
Podcasts are like there's so many platforms.
So
Yeah.
funny that everyone.
But it's another way that you can
Everyone's
reach
podcast.
people because
Really?
Yeah.
I see.
YouTube. Not
Oh, okay.
everybody. Honestly, I'm never on YouTube.
Oh really?
Yeah, I feel like it's an
Come
old
on,
people
what's-
thing.
Yeah.
Wow, really? I never.
It's kinda like
Thank you.
Facebook.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not old, but like elder
Older.
millennial,
Older,
like
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah.
like